In an old Damascene apartment, fragrant with jasmine and old books, Noor discovered the world for the first time in her grandmother Amina's hands. "This watch, my dear," whispered the grandmother, pulling out a silver pocket watch from an engraved box, "holds a secret that changed my life. Yusef brought me roses every Friday." Noor pressed the photo in disappointment. "But where is he now?" The grandmother smiled sadly. "Time is like this rose. It wilts, but its scent lasts forever." 10 years later, Noor stood alone facing her grandmother's passing. In the final letter, she found words written in a trembling hand. "The secret lies where it all began. Look for the white jasmine." Among her grandmother's papers hidden in an old Quran, Noor found a hand-drawn map. At the intersection of Al-Hamadiyya Souk and Al-Amin Quarter, a red circle was drawn with the words, "Here, dreams were born." The map led her to a small herb shop. "This was Yusef's place," said an old vendor nearby. "He sold herbs and flowers. Vanished suddenly in the 70s. Noor asked him, "Why?" "They were after him because he had wounded people in the herb cellar," said Salim, anger choking his voice. "If you want the truth, go to the blue house at the alley's end." A sharp-eyed woman, Wafa, 80, opened the door. "Did Amina send you?" she asked hoarsely. "She told me you'd come one day, but you're 50 years late." "Yusef was my brother," said Wafa, pointing to a young man in a photo. "During the airstrike, he pushed Amina away from the bomb. The planes took him with the shop. This is his last letter." Noor read, "Tell Amina the rose in the watch holds all I couldn't say." A tear fell down Wafa's cheek. "Your grandmother never knew he wrote this an hour before his death." Under a magnifier, Noor saw something strange. The rose's center petal was neatly stitched. With trembling hands, she began unpicking the silk thread. The words were in Yusef's handwriting. "Under the mulberry tree in Al-Rehani's orchard. Seek the treasure we planted together." She shook her head. Al-Rehani's orchard? It became a residential area decades ago. "Al-Rehani Orchard," said Khalid, dusting off a file. "Ah, here. Converted to a public park in 1990. But one mulberry tree remains in the northwest corner." After 2 hours of digging, her shovel hit metal. She unearthed it quickly, a rusty candy tin with a faded label, "Jasmine Sweets, Damascus 1970. The letter was from Yusef. "If you find this, know I plan to propose to Amina on her birthday. The ring is hers, the pearl necklace for our daughter." Noor closed her eyes. "A daughter? But Grandma never had children." She burst through Wafa's door. "I found it. But what did he mean by our daughter?" Wafa stared at the necklace. "She was pregnant when he died. The baby died with her grief." "After Yusef, Amina lost the baby from sorrow," said Wafa, tears flooding her face. "This is the birth certificate of the child never born. Yasmin. Noor read the document. Yasmin Yusef, stillborn, 1975. Noor finally understood. The white jasmine wasn't a flower, it was the name of the lost child. The secret was about undying love and grief transformed into hidden treasure. She decided to turn past sorrow into new life. "1,000 jasmine saplings will grow here," she wrote in her notebook. "One for each year of lost love." She discovered an article titled, "The Hero Flower Seller." "He saved 12 children in a cellar beneath his shop," she read aloud. "Stabbed while pulling the last child out. I want the world to know his story," said Noor, placing Yusef's photo on the table. Layla pressed record. "This will be Damascus' greatest tale of love and resistance." "Today, I complete my brother's proposal," said Wafa, touching the necklace. Noor placed the ring beside the rose in the watch. "Now the treasure is complete." At the memorial, neighbors remembered the seller who saved their children. "Yusef gave us life twice," said an old man wiping tears. With neighbors' help, she turned the shop into the Memory Museum. On the door she wrote, "Here he sold life, with roses and love." "Why is the watch important?" asked a child. Noor smiled. Because time doesn't die. It carries us like the watch carries memories. Today I told you everything, Amina, whispered Wafa, placing letters back in the tin. Now I can join you. The next day, she was found asleep under the tree forever. Noor buried the tin beside the mulberry tree. Take this to Grandma, she said, burying the ring. My heart is light now. The secret of the wilted rose wasn't about the past, but how we plant futures from ashes of grief. She closed the notebook titled, The Jasmine Book. Did the rose become happy finally? Asked Solma. Noor hugged her. Yes, because true love never wilts. It turns to seeds blooming in others' hearts. Today I return it where it was born, she told visitors. To tell everyone, even in the darkest times, there's light. Each of us has a wilted rose, she wrote in her diary. What matters is knowing that beneath the wilt lie seeds waiting to be watered. This isn't an ordinary love story, said Layla, handing the book Grandma's watch to the first reader. It's a lesson in crafting wings, from pain. An old woman, Mona, 75, wept reading the book. Did you know Youssef? Asked Noor. Mona shook her head. But my husband vanished in the same war. This book gave me what I sought for 50 years, hope. I wanted to join this memorial, said Mona, touching the watch. For every lost love, hearts carry it forever. On quiet nights, visitors swore they heard the watch ticking from the cabinet, like a living heart beating in the chest of darkness. I gave birth to him on the museum's opening day, said Sarah. We named him Adam, but call him Yasmin. Noor laughed. This is how souls return, in new forms. The letter was from Youssef to Amina. If I don't return, know I'll see you in every blooming jasmine. Every spring. I'll be there. Noor sealed it. Some words wait for their right time. That letter became the museum's most powerful artifact. It reminds us, wrote a visitor, that love is stronger than death. Does the watch hold a new secret? Asked Zaina. Elderly Noor laughed. Its only secret is that every heart needs its own watch, to keep unwilting treasures. Now it has a friend, cheered Zaina. Noor looked at the two roses, one dying, one being born. That is life, she whispered. Remember, Zaina, said Noor as they buried roots in soil. The greatest stories aren't written in ink. They're planted like seeds in earth, watered by tears, and harvested as hearts that remember.